First of all, Carter Page, according to the Washington Post story, Carter Page described himself as a junior member of the informal, all-volunteer foreign policy advisory group. The Post reports that he repeatedly asked for meetings with Donald Trump and each time was turned down. He attended a total of 3 dinners with the foreign policy advisory group, none of which Trump attended. He never got a meeting with Trump. He never got a White House job. He never got an administration job. So he's a peripheral figure who was peripherally involved in the campaign. There's no there. And here's the kicker. The Post reports, quote, Page is the only American to have had his communications directly targeted with a FISA warrant in 2016 as part of the Russia probe. So this is the full story, it seems like. And there's nothing there. So if you're looking for a big reveal, a big story showing that there's some collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, this certainly isn't it.
Well, and some on the left, though, this morning are saying to get one of these FISA orders takes a lot of work. FBI Director James Comey had testified that when you go in for one of these, the application for the warrant is as thick, he said, as your wrist. It is something that only 3 senior DOJ officials could even okay it to go to the court itself. So the left will say, listen, they must have had something on Carter Page. They're pointing to the fact that he had contacts with a known operative in 2013. They tried to recruit him as an intelligence asset. They're going to claim victory on this story because they're going to say it proves their point that there was there.
Yeah, but again, he was a junior, he is self-described junior figure who never met Donald Trump. If this is there may be truth to it. We have no idea what was in that FISA warrant request, whether there was there. That will have to remain to be seen as the investigation goes out. But he's not. He's a peripheral figure in the Trump universe. And moreover, Shannon, this whole notion that that Donald Trump is Putin's man in Washington, Putin's handpicked president, has been completely destroyed by the strike on Syria. If you look at the Washington Post today, let me hold up the front page of the Washington Post. Here's the Carter Page story. Over here is a story that a subhead is, Officials Slam Moscow for Trying to Shield Assad. There's a story in the Post today about Tillerson's trip to Moscow, where Russian officials are quoted as saying that the relations between the U.S. and Russia are at the lowest point since the Cold War. There is no, if Vladimir Putin was colluding with the Trump campaign to get a pro-Putin guy elected president, it really backfired on him, hasn't it?